Hey, what's up guys? It's SirTagCR, and today we're back again with my favorite Miner Poison deck in the meta right now. This Miner Poison control deck still has the Bomb Tower, even though Elixir Golem got nerfed because the Bomb Tower is just so incredibly cost efficient for its Elixir. You have Zap and Snowball bait with the Bats and the Spear Goblins to constantly apply aggression with the Miner, and you have another way of getting chip damage with the consistent Magic Archer geometry. This Miner deck has some of the best offensive and defensive capabilities in the entire game right now, so I highly encourage you to pick it up and give it a shot. If you guys are not already supporting me in the shop, my creator code is SirTag. By using code SirTag, I get a percentage of all money spent in the shop at no extra cost to you. It allows me to spend more time on my videos, and I really appreciate it. Let's go for Bats here, see what's up, see what's happening. This guy's going to go in for a Tombstone. So when we see Tombstone, we're assuming that it's going to be a Lava Hound deck or a Graveyard deck. Graveyard with Ice Wizard, Tombstone, Tornado is pretty common, but mostly going to be a Lava Hound Miner control deck or Lava Hound Balloon when we see that. Especially after we see the Baby Dragon and the Mega Minion. So I want to go in for a Prince so then we can destroy the Miner. And I think that the Prince will get out ahead of Magic Archer, so we're going to be fine here. We have a pretty good interaction. So I'm going to go in for a Barb Barrel on the other side and then follow up with Bats and Miner because he just used Poison. And usually this deck does not have anything besides, like, let's say Baby Dragon. And I would say they usually don't have Snowball and Zap. They're going to have Barb Barrel as their small spell. So we decided to go in for Bats and try to catapult and do a very offensive play. So remember, he's just cycled his guards. So what do we have to take advantage of that? Well, he's going to go in for Tombstone. So we need to go in for Spear Goblins, and we need to go in for Prince, and then go in for a Magic Archer so then we can kill the skeletons of the Tombstone as soon as possible. So let's do that. So we thought through that play as much as possible. Then we're going to go for Bats. We're going to get a Baby Dragon from him. I think the Prince connects to the tower because we played that pretty well. Maybe I'm wrong here. I could maybe pull everything back a little bit so then the Baby Dragon is not going to get on top of our tower immediately. So that was fine. Obviously could have been better, but we'll take what we can get now. Baby Dragon gets one Belch, and now we've divided up the damage. So he doesn't have very much damage on one side cumulatively. They're dispersed. Then the Spear Goblins are going to give us more value. This is undoubtedly going to be a 1-0 game. So if I'm able to divide his damage, he's going to be pretty miserable. We know that he's going to have Guards and Tombstone as two great answers to the Prince. So I want to get one of them out of cycle so then we can obliterate the other one. So then maybe the Prince can break through. So what I want to do is I want to overload the right-hand side just because he cycled Tombstone. He doesn't have that in cycle anymore. So now he's going to have to go in for Barb Barrel. And I don't think he's going to be able to stop the Miner and the Prince. The Prince could definitely connect here. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So I could Bomb Tower, and that's going to go pull the Lava Hound. And I could Poison on defense here. I think he's going to spam really aggressively. That's at least what I would assume, right? And if we just Poison and kill the pups, we're hard chilling then. Yeah, we're in a phenomenal situation. So if he spammed more at the river, he would be even more sad. But he's trying to cut his losses when he can. The Bats might even get on top of the Baby Dragon, dude. Wow, what is this game doing for me? Everything I've ever asked for is happening. And the Prince is going to be able to tank for the Baby Dragon. He's going to Poison. He misses. Oh, baby. He thought it was going to walk up. I thought it was going to walk up. Everyone thought he was going to walk up, but he didn't. And he's going to stay alive and thriving now. So we can just cycle Miners and play very aggressively here. We're going to go for Miners, Bats. Every 2-cost Elixir card so we can get back to a Poison. Poison does 216. Miner does 64 a hit. And that's going to be GG on a solid 88 left HP. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance. Even if you have Bomb Tower on defense with a control deck, you can still apply aggression and break through a Tombstone, Guards, Barb Barrel deck that is seemingly uncounterable. Man, that win felt really good. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to have to go for a Barb Barrel and a Prince because he split his Wall Breakers. Really good play on his end. We did not have Spear Goblins. We didn't have Magic Archer, but we do have the Prince coming back to hit the Miner. So that's cool. I guess we get a consolation prize there. He's going to have Tesla and not Bomb Tower. Wow. Never thought I would see something like this. So what I'm thinking, this is probably going to be a Rocket deck after seeing the Tesla. It looks like he's the Rocket type of player. I think he's going to have Rocket since he has more air defenses with the Tesla, so he doesn't need Fireball. Maybe he doesn't need arrows. He feels like he can get away with a lot more because he has that. I go for Magic Archer in the back. He's also going to drop his Magic Archer, which is totally fine for me. He's going to get chip damage on the side that he doesn't have any chip damage on originally. And if we go same lane, that's pretty okay for me as well. I'm feeling pretty confident here. We can Barb Barrel, clean up the Wall Breakers. And then if he Miners, we're going to be able to Prince. Because he's probably going to since he drops his Bats. Yep, very good for me. Because it's just going to... Yes, you're going to be able to tank for the Prince. But obviously you don't really want the Miner to go right on top of a Prince, sir. because then we can bats off to the side and we're going to get a really nice interaction. So the miner, as long as it gets 3 or 4 hits, we're going to be happy and content here. And we can go for a magic archer and get more chip damage here. He might expect it. We'll see. If I was him, I would expect it. Yep, so we're going to poison it immediately as soon as we see that. And then we go for spear goblins and barb barrel. So I think that he could get a connection here with both of them, but it's okay. It's totally fine as long as the Valkyrie doesn't take our tower. If the Valkyrie took our tower, then we'd be a sad panda. But if double wall breakers connect, we're still up a solid 800 damage on the tower with an elixir advantage, mind you. So he's probably going to go in for a magic archer soon, and we'll be able to poison that again, which is really good because he's not going to have the cards that he wants in cycle. Yeah, he's cycling skeletons, he's cycling bats, and then he is forced to go in for a miner again, not Valkyrie. Doesn't want to cycle a Valkyrie in the back when he has all these offensive squishy bait cards coming at us, right? So now he's got a really bad card cycle where he's cycling Valkyrie and he's not able to get any utility from it. He wants the Valkyrie on top of the miner because it's the only card that can't die to poison. Everything else, including the skeletons and bats, immediately die to poison. So if I just poison, he can't kill my miner. It's not possible. So that's one thing to consider for me. If we bomb tower here, it stops any spam. And if he decides to spam, well, it's going to be a really bad elixir trade for him. If he decides not to spam, well, if he miners, it also precludes any potential of minering. So dropping the bomb tower there, off to the side here, instead of dropping it in the middle, shuts down miners. And it also allows you to play your bomb tower as a cycle card way more often. So it's just nice in this matchup in particular where I don't really want to cycle my prince in every situation. Sometimes I'd rather cycle my bomb tower when he doesn't have rocket or he doesn't have a spell damaging it down. So we're going to start off this game with bats in the back, then we're going to go in for a miner on the side that he doesn't respond in. He's going to cycle the Mega Minion on the left, so we're going to go in for the right. And hopefully these bats can connect to the tower. So the miner's going to be tanking. He's going to drop a firecracker. I don't really want to poison that because it's just going to get outside of the poison. We dropped it right there. We just propel the left-hand side even further. We would not be able to kill it. So he's going to go and spam us really aggressively. I think just dropping a barb barrel and then a prince, so then baby dragon latches onto that instead of the spear goblins is going to be the wave. Dropping our prince as far back as possible, so then we're able to get the maximum charge value. And he's going to have Night Witch. What is this? I know that I have to go in for a magic archer just so those don't connect. There's a lot of bats there, man. After the balance changes, I feel like the Night Witch is still a good card. I think it's still pretty strong. Maybe we can go for miner and spear goblins on the left or on the right while our magic archer comes through on the left, just because I want to do some dual lane aggression. We can go in for a barbarian barrel here, so we can make sure that the baby dragon launches onto that, and also kite the mega minion, despite it not really mattering. It doesn't matter if the mega minion's kite or not, it was just going to die at the tower regardless. But we do have a damage lead on the right hand side, so that's great. With minor poison, any damage that you have early on is just going to be amplified because you can end the game so incredibly quickly with this deck. Minor poison just does a lot of damage, man. 64 hit with each minor swing, and then 216 at tournament standard for the full duration of poison. So we're a prince because we have magic archer, since the magic archer is going to give us a lot of value. And I want to go for spear goblins here as well, just to kill that. Make sure that we can secure that kill. We're going to go for miner in front of the tower, just so we can have something tank for the spear goblins a little bit quicker and get more damage from it. So if you know that one of your units is about to die, just go drop your miner in front of the tower. You're going to get more value from it. We're going to go for magic archer at the river because it's going to pierce through and take the tower. Well, I thought it was going to. It was one hit away. It's going to golem now, though. Okay. We can barb barrel just to cycle. And we can go for a prince just to get the charge off on top of the golem. I'm going to bomb tower. I'm going to wait to the last possible second until we're at 10. Or 9, rather. And then make sure that I'm not cycling that first, because if I did, well, you guys know it decays over time, right? It's really bad to cycle a card that decays over time like a building when you're not using it, because you're not getting the maximum value. If I cycle the prince, it's way better to. I'm just going for another prince on defense, so since I cycled it earlier, I get back to it quicker as well. And I'd rather be cycling double princes because it gives me counter push, opposed to cycling a double bomb tower that sits on my side of the map, right? So card cycle and also utility in the first transaction on defense make prince the clear winner to cycle. So we can go in for a barbarian barrel, and it doesn't really matter. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. We assert dominance all over that golem deck. Go for bats here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. Definitely want to go for a miner left-hand side if possible. And he's going to go for an Electro Wizard. So when we see Electro Wizard, he's probably going to have Zap. If he's going to have P.E.K.K.A., which he might. He might be running P.E.K.K.A. with Fisherman, man. I haven't seen that in a fat minute. Fisherman is now buffed and better than ever. It's back in business. And I'm so glad to see it because it is a high skill cap card that it's just one of the most fun cards to play in Clash Royale. Oh my gosh, he's lining everything up. He's giving me a birthday present. My birthday was pretty far away from this, man. You're giving me a belated birthday present here. What are you doing? Alright, I guess we can go in for Spear Goblins here, get more chip, but I don't really have great ground defensive capabilities if I cycle my Spear Goblins. I don't want to be cycling my Miner, so I want to wait a little bit and then cycle my Bats. I'm going to save my Spear Goblins until I have Prince and cycle. Now we're going to go for Miner. Now we can go for Spear Goblins because we have Prince, and we just baited out arrows for a -1 elixir trade for him. And he's forced to go and drop Electro Wizard and then just eat the entirety of the Miner. This man is mad. He is a madman. Okay, Fisherman will stop the Prince's charge, unfortunately, but we can't have everything in this world. Sometimes we just have to leave things to be desired. We're going to be going in for a Barbarian Barrel because it cleans up the Fisherman, and then it also gets some chip damage on the tower. And then he gives us another alignment, so we'll take it. We know Dark Prince is probably coming down, but he was too late, so that's great. Remember, he does have arrows, so I'm going to wait. Looks like he's not dropping them, so we can go in for Spear Goblins, spread them out, and kill the Dark Prince. And we still keep one of them alive to go to the lane that we need to, and then get some extra chip damage on the other side in case that's the lane that we need to go to. Okay, so this is one of those matchups that a lot of people ask, like, what do you do when you only have Barb Barrel and you have Bomb Tower, you have no Electro Wizard, you have Magic Archer instead? What do you do against Sparky? We'll show you guys. We have a lot of distraction. We'll be fine. And even though Elixir Golem got nerfed, it is so fun to still use the Bomb Tower. It's just a great card in general. It gives so much utility. So that's going to get a connection on our tower. It's totally fine, though. Oh, wait. Didn't get a hit. I thought it was going to get a hit, man. I thought it would give him something, but it gave him absolutely nothing. And the Prince might get hit. Yeah, the Electro Wizard probably stunned it. Yep. Okay, he's got Lightning as well. He's going to take one tower. So he does get some value there just because the Electro Wizard stunned us. But in reality, I think we win this game. That was a little bit of a mishap, but it's nothing too bad here. Mr. Elixir Golem player taking a tower because the Electro Wizard stuns us and then gives us some extra lightning value. And Magic Archer, Bats, and then go for a Miner. And he's probably an arrow, so I don't want to go and drop my Spear Goblins yet. We'll drop them now. The comeback is real, boys. Spear Goblins coming through, tanking up. The Magic Archer's piercing through and giving me all sorts of value. We know he's going to Barb Barrel me. Or not Barb Barrel. We know he's going to go in for Elixir Golem. Dude, the Magic Archer gave us so much value. We're just going to go Miner poison your butt right now, buddy. So let's go Miner here. Drop it in the back where he's probably not expecting. And then go in for our poison. And we should be able to walk with the W. I just don't think that he's able to do anything if we go in for a Magic Archer and get a hit. And that's GG, buddy. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance despite that crazy interaction with the Sparky locking onto my tower. It doesn't feel good when the Sparky gets that hit, man. It was all because that pesky Electro Wizard stunned our Prince, and our Prince was dazed and confused.